Nintendo collectors, Alex here with another video. This is a Skyscraper project update video because I've just released new material on the website. Go and check it out, guys. It's the skyscraperproject.com. We've just released Whitney Roberts' half of the story, so it completes the story right up to date. And so briefly in this video I just want to recap and go over a little bit of Whitney's story, but it's quite a long story, so you need to go on the website. So I'm just trying to entice you in to go on and log in and sign up for the newsletter on the skyscraperproject.com website. So guys, go and check it out. So let's just recap. I sold the PCB to Whitney Roberts, one of them. I've still got one. And there are good reasons for that, because I needed someone to help me stateside because I had such little information to go on. All I had was the original flyer to recreate the full-size upright. So I needed more artwork. So I sold it to Whitney, hoping that he'd have some good contacts in America to help us out with this project. And it turns out he was at a gaming expo in March, I believe, this year, early this year. Seems such a long time ago now, I can't remember the dates, but basically he's at this gaming expo and guess who turns up? Billy Mitchell. And out of all the people that would know about Skyscraper, it would be Billy Mitchell, because way back in 1981 when he got the world record for Donkey Kong, amongst other arcade games, he got invited to N.O.A, which we know for a fact. So out of all the people, he would know whether it existed or not. Because there was a rumour going around for quite a while that it was in the lobby for a few years. That was just a rumour. So he took Billy to one side. He said, Billy, look, I know you're a busy man, but me and my partner in the UK are doing this project, Skyscraper project. We've got 2 working PCBs and we want to recreate the full-size upright. Can you help us in any way? And I think Billy said, you know what, I haven't heard that name for a long time. And you know what, I actually played that game when I was at N.O.A. And Whitney was like, really? I can't believe that. And neither could I. And I think he was actually offered a cabinet as like a gift, because he promoted Nintendo in a big way, being on the front cover of Time magazine, with that famous shot of all the classic arcade world record holders of that time. So he was a big promoter of Nintendo. So I think it was sort of like an offer, a gift to him. I think he turned it down, which is incredible when you look back at it. But yeah, I can help you, he said. I've got friends, I've got, I know some ex-employees at Nintendo that might be able to help you, that actually play tested a lot of machines back in the day. So I can put you in touch with them, which he did. And we built up a bit of a relationship with Jerry Momoa, who was a play tester at N.O.A for a few years. He play tested Punch-Out, basically all the games that went out in the arcade back in the 80s, he play tested. And it turned out that Jerry said, I do believe there is still, it is still there, the Skyscraper is still at N.O.A. And I could probably set you up with an interview there, because I know the chief of operations there, who's been there since 1980. I'm like, really? I can't believe this. I mean, the whole story just went along so smoothly, so well. We just could not believe it. Just incredible. It took a few months, but we got there. We got in contact with the chief executive of operations there, and he set Whitney up with a date where he could go and visit N.O.A and go and see Skyscraper, the only Skyscraper. So the date was set. And me and Whitney were on Skype every week chatting about what questions we should ask, what he should take, cameras, scanners, you name it. You know, there was a whole checklist written up, what he had to, because we didn't want to leave anything behind. Made sure he had 2 cameras and 2 batteries for everything, so nothing failed on the day. So he got there. He got invited into the main lobby there, which only the employees are allowed to see. He said it was absolutely incredible, the way they'd set it all up, the whole history of Nintendo on all these big TVs that you touch these little pads on the floor, and a history of Zelda would come up, you touch another pad and a history of Metroid come up. He said it was absolutely incredible. But the actual cabinet was in another building, which they had to walk to. I think it was quite a way actually. And this is where they store the archives, all the rare stuff basically. So they took him over there, and basically they just opened this door, and into this big white room, and there, right in the middle, was Sky Skipper, which was just mad. He had an historian with him, a lady historian. She sat there on the table with a computer while he just was allowed to basically scan the whole machine, take photographs of it, all the information we need. He spent about 4 hours there scanning and taking pictures of his cabinet, which was absolutely incredible. But the funny thing was, he actually forgot the keys for the back door. That was one of the things on the checklist. I said, you got the keys? And when he got to N.O.A, to the doors end, he said, Alex, I forgot the keys. I said, well, don't worry, because we needed the keys to have a look in the back to see that the PCB matched up with mine. You know, because I didn't want to feel like I'd sold a dodgy fake board to Whitney. I need to know that the code TNX1 matched up with the one in N.O.A. But luckily enough, they'd left the keys in the door so he could get access into the back, and phew, it matched up with mine. It was exactly the same board, which was a massive relief for me. So this cabinet, right, almost looked like a bit like a prototype in a way. It's kind of unfinished because the control panel is white. It's like a paper finish. It's almost like it needs a colour to it. So it's definitely a prototype, and also the serial number on the cabinet is 001. So it's the first one that was ever built. And apparently he was told there were 12 that were made and the others were destroyed. They were all sent out on campus, play tested. So this one in particular was sent out to a college in Washington where it was play tested with other machines, and it just didn't fare well. It got about 20,000 plays, which is not a lot, guys. It really isn't. When you compare it to Donkey Kong, which has got like about 100,000 plays and clocked it, it's nothing. So if you're not going to make any money out of it, you don't put it out there. You don't make a cabinet that's not going to make money. So it was panned, basically. They never made it. So they destroyed all the others, and this one was kept. There was a good reason for it, because I think the chief of operations there had a bit of a soft spot for it, and because it was 001, they wanted to keep it. So it was put into a warehouse, and this is the first time it's ever been out in like 30 years, which is absolutely incredible. The first time this cabinet's seen the light of day for 30 years for our project, which is absolutely unbelievable. I'm just so excited about it. The fact that he's gone in there into the heart of Nintendo and taken pictures for all the artwork we need to recreate the cabinet is incredible. So we've almost got like the backing from Nintendo to do this project. So, you know, what can I say, guys? You've got to go on the website, read the whole story. It's absolutely amazing story. It really is. If you're a big Nintendo fan or any fan of gaming or a history like that, it's absolutely fascinating. So where do we go forward with this? Well, the plan is, now that we've got all the artwork, we are going to do a big reveal in the US. I've got to fly out to America in March. We're going to do a big reveal there, and hopefully some big names are going to be there as well for the reveal that have helped us through this project. I'm hoping Billy Mitchell's going to be there. And then we're going to do a big reveal over here in the UK in October, where you guys can see it and get to play it, which is brilliant, isn't it? Fantastic. And hopefully some of those big names are going to come over here as well, but we haven't put that in the diary yet. We haven't got a date or anything like that yet, but that is the plan. So that is it, guys. That is a Sky Skipper project update. There'll be plenty more to come, but go over and see the website, guys. The full story is quite a long story, but it's well worth the read. Go and check it out, skyskipperproject.com. I'll put a link in the video below. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.